今日の曜日 it's Yobi. Today is August 6, 2025 here in Pacifica, California. 12 miles south of San Francisco. Just got back about 5 days ago. Still jet lagged. Made it back in time. Yeah, 4 quality days with my dad. Watched some Dodgers and his favorite Otani. And then said goodbye. But real quick sip. So I brought some things back, and then just a quick. I think the last upload I did was just leaving the fry as is, and to be honest, I was pretty shocked. That being said, why was I shocked? So I had like tub there, two, three, four, five. The dad and the moms are there over there right now, but I was doing the Oyanuki style, meaning what you do, or what I was doing is like leaving the parents in here for about 10 days, removing the parents into a new container where they would leave all the eggs naturally. I had these water hyacinths in every single tub. And so this is like 10, 10, 10. This was a sudden because I had to go to Japan. So you figure at least a month. In the previous, when I had all my Yozakuras, uh, it was in a way uncontrollable to the point where there were so many, hundreds, right? But in this case, these are the strains that I got from Japan. Imported them a little bit ago. Midnight Frill Red Cliffs. So I just call them like metal riffs for my purposes. They're very they're all kept indoors. That's how the breeder kept them. So they're really weak to water parameter changes, meaning cooler in the morning and nights and then warmer in the day. So that's where a lot of the Medakas get hit. They're not used to the water fluctuation, temperature fluctuation. So that being said, I had the parents that survived last year. I had them out here. The thing is, like, it got to the point where 4 to 8 months of age is at their peak, meaning that's when you want to collect their eggs. That's when they are most. That's how they're top of their game at that point, right? So my adults, I grew them out during the winter, and by the time I brought them out over here, they were almost like 10 months old. So as of today, the parents are like 11 to a year old, and that may be one of the explaining factors where I literally went through like a bunch of these tubs that were full of eggs, and I just didn't see any fry. So what I did is what I saw, I scooped out and I put the smaller ones in here, put the larger ones over here, just because the larger ones will end up killing the smaller ones. They'll either eat them or they'll just peck them to death. So that is what I did today. I'm going to leave these tubs as is for now. Because I don't know. I'm sure there's some in there, but this is like I was expecting maybe at least 30 per tub, where this is all I was able to see. Like when I got home, I was like, "Where are these babies?" And so number one, it's a strain that was babied when it was created, so it was pampered, not used to the natural temperature fluctuations and all that stuff. Number two, Pacific is really cold. By the way, I got this thing. It's Tetra, but I don't know why they don't have it in the U.S. And this came out like about 2 years ago. I in Japan mixed reviews saying that the water leaks into this like battery, and it goes bad. But some do, some don't. So I got two. The beauty of this is I don't know if you can see, but on the left it says max. So it tells you the max temperature, 28.5, and then the min, 22 degrees Celsius. So I just put this in a couple hours ago, but it's going to record the coolest or the coldest and the warmest water temp. So it gives you an idea what the water fluctuation is, or the temperature fluctuation is, I guess. Oh boy. All right, let me just take another real quick sip. By the way, I'm going to be doing, I did have the last few days, I was running around like, there's a lot of stuff to do in Japan. When it comes to this kind of stuff, like that I've never, well, with my mom, yeah, but my brother took care of it this time I was in Japan, so did a lot of the work after dealing, I don't know, there's a lot of documents and all that stuff, so all that boring stuff put aside. Just grabbed whatever I could find locally. So this, grab some gex. So this raffle this out maybe later today or maybe tomorrow. And the way the raffle works is, I got to thank all you Medaka Heads. The newest member over here is Andrew Yang, and then Kinky Kong-san joined a few days earlier, but domo arigato. The way it works is, for the raffle, if you are a member through the YouTube members, basically, this is a list over here. By the way, if I don't have your name checked over here, means that I was unable to get your address to send you these stickers over here. So I don't know. Maybe it's not to your liking, but if you are a member and if you want a sticker, just hit me up and tell me who you are with the address, and I will send it your way ASAP and all that. So the way the raffle works, remember, there's two tiers. There's a become a Medaka Head, and then there's a beer fund. If you're a beer fund, you get 2 tickets per raffle. If you become a Medaka Head, you get 1 ticket. And I'm just going to do a random drawing, and then I will ship Medaka no Mai. I sold a bunch of these last year. I didn't do it this year just because these were becoming available over here in the U.S. I like to make things available that's not available. So since these became kind of available through other sellers, I stopped doing it this year. I was going to look for something else, but I didn't have the time. So I brought this back. This will be the next raffle coming up to Fire Harp-san, domo arigato, Rocky's Garage, and H-san, Nico. And by the way, this is the number you see over here is like your member number. The member number will never change. If I lose members, it doesn't matter. You don't get bumped down from 45 to 44. You keep the number. So that's what this is. So Nico's Fish-san, Lauren Marshall-san, Mr. Andy Yo-san, domo arigato, Nicola-san from Canada. Ooh, Joy R-san, Medaka Dynasty, Jesus Crisco-san, Nick R-san, Lindsay's Tank-san, King Nino 420-san, Oli the Pufferfish-san, Krishna Akino-san, Niels Hansen-san, Mr. Ten-san, local. And goddamn, it is pretty warm here for Pacifica. And Cameron Kilmer-san, Iki's Aquatics-san, Jacob Harley-san, Lucas Schultz-san, Charisma Supernova-san, The Cultured Hooligan-san, Tapestry Medaka-san, Kinky Kong-san, and Andrew Yang-san, domo arigato, Medaka Heads. So these magazines over here, I had these stored at my dad's house, yeah, and it's like, it's one of those things, like 3 years ago, it was like going through my mom's house and, just trying to figure out what I want and what I'm going to dispose. And I brought back a whole bunch of like guitars and guitar necks and parts that I had at my mom's. Some of the stuff that I found at my dad's, I brought back. And I figured like, these are like awesome, awesome magazines. Like I only have from volume 9. I think I have 9. Let me see. I don't want to damage these. But it's basically 9, 10, 11, all the way up until I think 16. And they were kept. They've never been opened per se, like this. I shouldn't open it, but they've never been opened. They've been on a bookshelf. So like I see like the I don't know. This end is over like that. The top ends are fine, but for some reason, I guess it was the bookcase had some dye or something. So there's a little bit over here, but I don't know. They're brand spanking new. So these, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them available on Instagram. So at Medaka Metal, if you're interested in any of these Medaka Hyakas, these are awesome. So basically magazines, yeah, but beautiful pictures. I had other copies that I flipped open, but these have pretty much never been, or these have never been flipped over. So I'm going to make these available. Just hit me up on DM if you're interested. It's only one copy of each. That's all I have over here. So I guess long story short, all I wanted to say is, man, well, back to the Medaka. The Medaka season was very, 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 very. Certain things happen in life, and then you kind of ditch everything, and then you come back, and then you have these like least expected things happening. But everything is a new experience, and it's all good. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is make sure that I can grow these babies out. And since I know that these survivors survived the Pacifica temp, the water fluctuation not being attended for 17 days and all that, hopefully they have the strong genes that I could carry out for the future generations. So again, if this thing turns out, just because I read a lot of reviews saying it's a hit or miss, some leak, some don't, this thing is awesome, I think, because it's not the temperature outdoors, it's a water temp, and it records the highest and the low, the max and the min. Right, this isn't Celsius because it's a Japanese product, but it's kind of cool, to be honest. Oh boy. Alright, so enough of me. Domo arigato, all you Maka Heads. And it feels great to be back home. It's kind of like a different feeling leaving Tokyo, for sure, in a weird way. But yeah, we'll do it again next time. Thank you so much for like sticking around and all that stuff, and really appreciate it. Domo arigato. We'll do it again next time. At Medaka Metal is where I can be found on Instagram, and all you Medaka Head members. Seriously, domo arigato. Real quick sip. Oh yeah. All right. Over and outs. We'll do again for the raffle. All right. So outs.